this Sunday finds us
at home. Let's have a look and see how we got here. Well, we've had a lovely relaxing morning in Beaufort. Didn't catch any fish, but had a walk around town and just had a nice chill morning. The rain's sort of come in this afternoon, so we're heading off to our next spot, which is a spot near Caravan. Apparently it's stocked with trophy trout. So, trophy trout, I don't know how big a trophy has to be, or how big a trophy trout has to be, but I reckon any trout I catch would be a trophy. So when we get there, we'll show you around. We're in Green Hill Lake Reserve, and we drove 45 minutes. It's only 4 to 5 k's out of Ararat. It's free. They ask for a donation, which we will happily give because it's got so much, like amenities wise. Stocked with trout and redfin, so we'll see if we can't get the trophy trout. And that's the foreshore, and this is our setup. So we're lucky enough, we've come here, we've been able to get on the foreshore. It is very busy. Well, when I say very busy, I imagine a week ago it would have been absolutely crammed packed. But there's still quite a few campers around, but there's heaps of space for us. So we're going to take you for a walk around today, and we'll see what's there. So this is the amenities block, which is right next to our camp. You might be able to see the van in the background. But it's got showers. We don't know whether it's hot or cold water. We'll find out soon. And it's got bins. They're pretty full at the moment, but like I said, I think there was a lot of people here not long ago, and they'll be emptied soon. So this is the boat ramp. Big concrete boat ramp. I'm unsure whether it's skiing or fishing boats that are mostly here, but it is a good boat ramp. Another shot of Green Hill Lake. We're up on the point, we're just up around the corner from the camping area. This is more of a day use area. You'll see the vans in the background scattered everywhere. Boat ramp's just down there. We've got a gym that me and Tony have just pumped out 50 minutes each on. Bloody good. I'm ripped at the moment. I'd show you, but I don't want to scare you. And then an undercover playground, a barbecue area, and there's a couple of French people playing table tennis. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Wandered round from the playground and the boat ramp. Give you a bit of an idea of how many people are still about. But a lovely spot. There's our little van over there, just behind the seagulls. There's got to be a trophy fish in there. Well, you can see all the way over the other side, just this side of the electric windmills. Not that they're electric, they're trying to generate electricity. There's vans all the way around there. Great spot. So we're still at Green Hill Lake Reserve. We've been here all of one night and it's fantastic. We went for a swim yesterday afternoon, had a bit of a float around, and then last night there was a lovely cool breeze, which with the van opened up it was really comfortable to sleep. So we've woken up fresh as a daisy today. We've already been into Ararat, brought some supplies, but that's alright. So if we have a look across, that's another big island right in the middle. We've seen people kayak around it. And then should be able to see the boat ramp in the distance and our van in the distance. And I think it's thinned out a little bit from yesterday, Tanya?
Yeah, a little bit. We've seen a few leaves.
Yeah, but there's definitely less today than there was yesterday, so we'll see what happens.
Over to the right, that will be the other end of the camping.
Yeah, so as you can see, it does go for a long way. There's kilometres. There's a couple of designated camp areas that are really big. There's 3 or 4 day areas, and yeah, a bit swampy. We did go and have a look at that other camp area because there was a few people here when we got here, but you'll see the reeds and all that. It was just a little bit too swampy for what we were after. We're not looking for swampy, but more than happy with where we are. So this is one of the, like I said, 3 or 4, maybe 5 day areas. This is a solid bluestone place. It has views out there to the water. Like I said, the water there is a bit swampy. A couple of fire pits straight out the front. An electric barbecue that was probably cleaned in the 70s, but it might scrub up alright. And yeah, if you're here in the cooler months and it was a bit wet, you could set up here for ages with the what you needed to set up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Set the dartboard up, and it was erected in 1988, so we got the 70s bit a bit wrong. It's actually quite cool. Like I said, there's at least 4, maybe 5 of these. Now for another wander today, that's the playground near the boat ramp. So on the other side is where we've camped, and we're going to take this track along the bank of the lake, and we're going to wander around and check out another day area. Alright, so this is the day area, and we're standing on the dam wall. Bloody wall. If you come into the main entrance and you take a little left, this is the day area that you'll hit before you swing around to the camping area. Once again, there's a few tables, and up a bit further there's some tables and chairs. A pergola. There's not much else actually. There's no toilets, there's no barbecue, but it is not a bad spot. And yeah, it is a beautiful looking lake really. The other thing is just near the pergola over the bank, there's a walking track into Ararat, and the walking track is 4.6 kilometres, so me and Tana would walk it in no worries. Walking back would be the problem, I'd suggest. But if you're that way inclined, so this is the other campground. Got a dump point. There's bins everywhere. They're very full at the moment because it's been so busy and been a heap of people. But heaps more parks and camps. Another toilet block. And yeah, it's just massive amount of space. Some of the bigger vans have trouble leveling up down on the slopes of the foreshore, so you got all this other stuff above the road, which is a lot flatter. Our visit to Green Hill Lake is over. Well, it's going to be over soon when we leave. So I thought we'd just have a bit of a reflect on it. So your impressions? Is it a nice spot?
It's very beautiful to look at. I mean, the water has just been amazing the whole time.
What about the amenities?
The amenities, they're clean.
They're clean?
They're cleaned every day, which is good. The shower wasn't my favourite. You have to hold the tap on for the water to come out, so it's a bit hard to wash yourself and rinse off. But otherwise, no, it was a shower, hot water.
One thing also, there was heaps of bins.
Yeah.
Heaps of bins. There's a dump point. There's a couple of toilet blocks in the. It's a big area.
Huge.
I don't know how many people they could fit in their max, but there would be hundreds. There's a few day areas that we've looked at, a couple of them, and I think in the busy time it would be incredibly busy and you wouldn't be able to move. But if you could strike it on a quiet weekend or a quiet weekday, it'd be quite good, I reckon. Now it is, as far as a fishing destination, I mean, winter chasing some trout, it might be a bit different if you had a boat, but you know, it was never really going to work for us this time.
It's a free camp, but they like a $5 donation per day.
Yep, so there's
which is reasonable.
Very reasonable, and you know, like Tony said, the amenities are cleaned every day. They're cleaned, and there'd be a lot of cost from putting this on. So you know, it wouldn't be a free camp to run. So it's fair enough to donate when people ask for it. Could we stay here longer?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely, we could. We
Just
could
have other things that need to be done.
Yep, and would we stay again?
Yes.
Absolutely. And if we are passing through the area and we can afford to spend a bit of time here again, we will.
Yeah.
And you can have fires when it's not total fire bans or in winter.
I think there's a couple of really nice spots in winter that you could, the Stone Day area, the Bluestone Day area looks beautiful, and I reckon in winter, fire pits out the front of it, and you camp up close, you'd have a nice dry area. I could see myself really snuggling in there for a couple of cold winter days. But yeah, definitely worth a look.
Definitely.
We're going to review some products, and this is the first segment, which we like to call All Right or Shite. So the one we're looking at today is now these are for sale on our website. No, they're not for sale on our website because we don't have a website, but they are for sale on someone's website. We don't know who. $6 each, I reckon they cost, and it is a floating net. Now, this is not a life-saving device. This does not meet personal flotation device standards of Australia. This is purely a water toy. Now the idea is we float in it like a floating hammock with our legs on the smaller end and our heads on the big end. Now let's go and test it, see if it's all right or shite. This does take quite a bit of confidence to, it's a bit of a leap of faith. I've said that before, haven't I? I don't want my butt to hit the ground when I drop on. Alright, this is, I don't know how this is going to work. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I hit the butt. Oh, now it was a little bit dodgy there at the start. But I'll tell you what, now, for someone that can't float, this is quite exciting. Can I lay down? We've had a few minutes floating around. A couple of things to note. Manoeuvrability is really good. Forward or backward, you can spin around in circles. Eventually, I'm cheating by using the bottom. So the manoeuvrability is really good. Now, you may have noticed it wasn't the most elegant seating, so I'm trying to de-seat now, or unseat, one of those two. I'm trying to get out, so we'll see if it's any more elegant. I think if I go backwards, and then when I'm near the bottom, I can spread my legs and then I can shoot up. I've hit the bottom now. Now my feet are underneath. Oh, can't like it wearing a big nappy. So, that, my friends, in our first segment of All Right or Shite, that is definitely all right. So we're going to go and do the tour at the J Ward at Ararat. Now, we're not going to take any footage inside. We'll give you some feedback after we finish, and then you can decide whether you want to do it yourself. So we just finished the J Ward guided tour. Went for an hour and 45 minutes, and it was $17. So if you're looking at something purely on value, that was great value. Now the tour itself, how was it, Tanya?
Disturbing would be a good word.
But incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
I kept on referring to things as being mental, and that is not the right context to use that word. So like I said, we didn't take any camera or video in there. You're not allowed to. You can take some photos, but you can't take any video. But if you're interested in any sort of history, that is an amazing place. Not always for the great reason or for the right reasons, but an amazing place.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Like the mental health in our communities has a long way to go, but shit, we've come a long way, and that closed in living memory. So incredible. Look it up if you're in Ararat. Pop in and check it out. Well worth the money for the tour.
Yeah.
So this is Lake Alexandra Park, or Gardens, right in the middle of town. It's a beautiful spot to walk off a a lunch or walk off anything really. This looks like some sort of tropical rainforest we're going into. Lots of rocks. So here's the lake, just in the middle of town. Beautiful lawned areas. Just to the left there's a playground with some kids. You might hear someone playing. Behind me is the swimming pool. So it's a lovely little spot. So we've got a powered site which obviously has water, and it's $35 a night, which is pretty reasonable. It's a smallish caravan park. And here's a camp kitchen. Looks fairly new. Well, recently done up. We've got a fireplace in here. They supply the wood, so in winter you'll be able to snuggle up. Some good bench space, your regular stuff, toaster, kettle, microwave, good fridge. And out here you got a great 6-burner Beefeater Premium. That's in pretty good nick too. So this is Lake Beaufort. This is just a wooden jetty out the front of the caravan park. And as you can see, the lake itself is very low. I don't know whether it's very low, but it's pretty low. So along the foreshore of the caravan park, it's a cement path. We're around the side of the lake now, and it's gone to a gravel path, but still a good easy walk. Bit of a bridge. Oh, and up here we've got some exercise equipment too. The good thing about exercise equipment that they have on walks is that you can stop doing a real walk and get on a bit of equipment and do a pretend walk. I don't understand that, but okay. So this is the second fitness station. I don't know what they're trying to tell us, but I'm not listening. As you go around, there's a number of Indigenous art pieces and stories that go with them. The couple we've had up to here have been a bit hard to read, but this one is around the connection of the local people to the echidna. So across the other side, I don't know if you can see those couple of cars, that's a day area. It's got a gravel, stone boat ramp, and this one here has got a concrete boat ramp and a floating jetty, and there's the information on this lake. And right next to the caravan park is another little day area with electric barbecues, plenty of shelter, a little playground for the kids, got quite a few tables and chairs that are just scattered around, and down onto a little beachy part. I reckon if the lake was full and the sun was shining, it'd be beautiful. So Tanya, we've just finished the walk of the lake.
Yes.
Was it an easy walk?
It was an easy walk. It's nice and flat. The paths are good. Nothing obstructing.
Yeah. The Indigenous artwork and stories were pretty cool.
I really enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Found them really informative, and the paintings are beautiful.
How many do you reckon there would have been? We only showed one on video because people should get out here and read them themselves.
No, I reckon about 10 maybe.
10, yeah.
There was a lot. It was good. And going through all the Indigenous animals.
Yeah, and the creation time and dream time and all that. Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. Do this walk again?
Yeah, it was good. Easy, fun.
It's a 1.6 kilometre walk into Beaufort.
So we're driving.
We're driving, yeah. And a little bit closer to town is the RV park. 24 hours. All the conditions are there on the board. As you can see, it's just a stone car park that if you're just travelling through or driving through and just wanted a place to stop up, pretty great spot. Interesting thing about Beaufort is that the man who invented Vegemite, Cyril Callister, was born in Beaufort. He didn't invent Vegemite in Beaufort, he was just born here. But we have a Vegemite museum which we're going to go and explore. Right. Vegemite. 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 So we've come to the end of our stay at Beaufort Lake Caravan Park. What do you think, Tanya?
I think it's a nice park. It's quiet, it's clean, and reasonably priced for power and water.
Yeah, and it's a fairly small sized park. Half a dozen cabins. There's quite a few sites up the other end that have the ensuite. And like Tanya said, it's nice and clean, nice and quiet. It's got a lake. Yeah, it's...
If you were only passing through, like for one night, I'd probably stay at the RV park for free. Closer to town, no lake though, but yeah, I wouldn't come here for one night.
For a couple of nights to hook up to power and charge your batteries and do some washing, use the laundry, absolutely stay here, absolutely again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, that's Beaufort Lake Caravan Park.
No.
Now the reason we're home is that we've sold our house, and hopefully when we settle up in a month or so's time, we will be on the road full time. So we've probably got a bit to do before then, don't we, Tanya?
We do. Packing up the house is going to be a dream.
It's going to be a dream. Absolutely, things you dream about. Hitting the road will be something we've dreamt about for a while, but packing up the house is not one of those things we've dreamt about. So we'll probably be a bit quiet on the YouTube for a few weeks, but once we get started, we're going to try and post as weekly as we can. So until then, don't count the years.
Make the years count. Bye.